Hey golfers, Drew Mahowald here in the Second Swing Tour van, joined by Coss Barnette for another fun one looking at unique clubs. So this is kind of a look at how tour players like their clubs built. This is, we have a couple fairway woods that were built to the spec of Jon Rahm. And it's actually, it's a club head that's used by a lot of tour players, but it's basically a unique Callaway triple diamond T fairway wood head that has some unique shaping to it. So couple things on that, Cost. First of all, just tell me what you see when you look at this club. Is anything jump out at you before we dive into the specs?
I mean, first and foremost is it's hard to ignore how much deeper this club face is, which makes sense. Better players, versatile eyes want to control the bottom of the swing, spin, shot shape, trajectory, all those things. That deeper face really allows them to do that. And then you notice just really the deep camber as well included on that deep face. That's the biggest thing that stands out here.
Yeah, so it's definitely the shape of the club face, and then as you mentioned, the leading edge there and how much camber, how much curvature there is. So that is how, I mean, if you watch Jon Rahm play and you watch his swing, he definitely has a downward attack angle. He plays that kind of the butter cut there, if you will, with his longer clubs. But this is a shape that allows him to pull that off. So number one, he hits down on the ball, so the center of gravity is raised up a little bit so that, you know, when he makes contact a little bit higher on the face than most people that might be shallower, it still gives him a ton of pop, ton of energy there. And then as you mentioned too, the fact that he's hitting the center, he doesn't need necessarily the forgiveness of, you know, the leading edge under the toe or the heel. And we can kind of compare the two. This is an elite 3-wood, just the standard for 2025. He's playing the AI Smoke here, but you know, you can see visually how much different that club face design is. And we can get you a better shot of it as well, but very, very different shaping on that face. Obviously very shallow on the elite. And so what we're gonna do is test these out, but it's kind of a indication again of how much different sometimes you know, these guys on tour are having their clubs built to these unique specs. Triple Diamond T is not readily available for the public, and there's probably a good reason for it. It's not really built for someone, you know, the masses, so to speak.
Correct. And I think the illusion of that deep face, and it also makes it a little bit shorter heel to toe. So it feels like a little bit more of a compact head that you can really control the shot shape with. And the guys like Jon Rahm are absolutely going to need that.
And then the last thing we'll touch on is shaft. So this is Jon Rahm's gamer shaft build. It's graphite design, Tour AD. We've got the DI 8X, and this is a 3-wood and a 5-wood we have here. We'll test the 3-wood. The 3-wood tipped a 1/2 inch, 5-wood tipped 1 inch.
Yes.
So kind of goes to show you again the speed that he's able to generate, and this type of shaft build is pretty uncommon that we see in other second swing fittings out there. So I'm gonna give this a whirl here and see what happens.
Let's do it.
This will be very interesting. I'll try to swing like Jon Rahm.
Take a look. All right, so Callaway, AI Smoke, Triple Diamond T. This is the 3-wood.
Yes.
And this is also at 14 degrees, we should note.
Yeah.
So 1 degree stronger than maybe you would see.
Yeah, the other thing too about this is that it's not adjustable. So these guys, you know, they're getting this built specifically for them on the truck. The Triple Diamond T heads do not have, you know, the adjustable hosel bonded. So, you know, this is, again, nothing that, it wouldn't have a lot of function for us here, you know, for the masses in the fitting bays. But it has function for Jon Rahm. So
absolutely.
Does it have function for Drew Mahowald? Probably not.
Let's take a look.
See, okay, this is a great example already. So go up to see the impact location on this one. See, that is fascinating to me because the way I swung and I hit that ball, I definitely hit the ground first.
Yes.
And
it's definitely high on the face.
Because of how much camber there is here and the way I come inside to out, right, the club is not able to like square itself up as easily when it's, you know, this such a tall face and it's so much camber here.
Did you feel like the leading edge got like stuck into the ground a little bit?
Exactly. So because of that, I'm able to hit it somewhat solid. Now again, I hit it behind the face, but the ball ended up going way right on me. So there's less forgiveness here is what I'm saying, is the story. There's way less forgiveness on this one.
Exact same ball speed there. How was the contact?
A little toe side, it felt like.
Okay.
So that's the thing about this is like,
yeah, you got it right.
Tiny bit toe side, but even look how low that spin is too. Because for me, see, my attack angle is pretty much 0. And I'm sure Jon Rahm's, if you watch him swing, he's hitting down on it pretty good. So I'll try to get steeper on it and see if I can't generate some spin, but this is a very low spinning situation so far.
There we go.
Oh.
That one sounded better.
It did. So, okay.
Yeah, I'm curious about your launch angle. It feels like everything's coming off very low.
Yeah, which it is. I can feel how the club is twisting more when I don't hit like dead center of the face.
Sure.
That one felt heel side, and it almost like it flipped closed even more. I don't think it's possible for me to hit this 100 feet in the air.
Yeah, you've been consistently launching it very low, and it's staying very low.
Well, how about this? I'm going to try to hit one more here. If I can hit it solid, get it to 100 feet, great. I'm not even close so far. Otherwise, we'll test the 5-wood a couple times, see if I can get it to 100 feet. But this is not a good start.
Well, you hit it about 8 feet higher.
Yeah, this thing's just it's a
missile.
It's a missile launcher. But for me, I can't get it in the air. So like there's not really much function for me because if I'm going to hit this off the deck, I can't get it in the air.
Right.
It would be only a T club for me.
Peak height, enough landing angle to control it into any sort of green.
Yeah, it would only be a T club.
Correct.
All right, well, I'm going to try just a couple swings of that 5-wood just to see. Let's switch that to 5-wood and we'll... So now the 5-wood's at 18 degrees, which is a pretty standard loft for a 5-wood. But this is just a tiny, tiny club head. Or at least it appears that way. I mean, I was really trying to swing, like, get some height on that golf ball, and I got 72 feet, that's it. Nope.
Close, 99.
All right, I hit it off the heel enough so that there was a ton of spin.
But instantly you can see the spin rate almost doubled.
Yeah.
Obviously a little bit more loft, a different club, but that's a little bit better if you're hitting into greens.
Yeah, that's which I imagine a 5-wood is probably more often being used for that purpose than
Correct.
a 3-wood. Ooh, that could do it. There it is.
There it is.
I just need a little more loft, But as you could see, I had a lot of trouble, and if we look at dispersion of that 3-wood, there's a lot of, it's all over the place. And then go ahead, oh yeah, it's up there. Yeah, so I had it right, I had left, and then not even just the dispersion of where the balls ended up, but I was also hitting, there was the low draw, and then there was kind of the straight ball, and then there was the push way out to the right that actually had a cut on it. It's just a tough golf club to hit.
Right, so a little bit more consistency with that 5-wood. Easier with the loft, a little shorter shaft.
Yeah.
And a lot better ball speed and control.
Yeah, it goes to show that these guys are really good. Because this is like designed to hit a very, very specific golf shot. And I don't have the swing to do that, nor do I have the consistency or the skill to even pull off a shot that much. So if you have a swing like Jon Rahm, or you want to have something in your bag that's built for someone like Jon Rahm, we may have a couple options at second swing for you. Paradym AI Smoke, Triple Diamond T 3-wood and 5-wood. But don't try this at home, I guess, is my sign off
Beware.
here. But it's important. It also just shows why getting fit is important, because Jon Rahm can play something like this that 99.9% of golfers would never consider or would not be a good fit for. But
it looks cool in the bag, but it might not give you the best, most effective results.
Yeah, well, also, if Jon Rahm played my clubs that were fit for me, he probably wouldn't have very much success.
Correct.
So, well, Coss, thanks for joining.
Absolutely.
Good indications here on the numbers of why getting fit is important. Also kind of cool to test out something built for a major champion.